And we're live. I think. Why is the lighting so weird? It's fine. We're getting straight into it today. I don't have too much time, but we're gonna take all the time we need for Furina's quest today. Like, that's what we're gonna do. It's probably the only thing that we're gonna do, because afterwards I gotta get some things done. But we're gonna take the time that it requires, because I wanna see what Toodles is up to. Very important. Let me notify the Discord, and then we'll, real quick, do the 5 push-ups that I forgot to do last time. What is happening in the background? Doing Furina's quest. No. Slash. No, it's fine.
How did I do that?
Okay, why is she so loud?
For improvement with this machine.
I think that's better. Okay. Before we do that, let's just... Oop. Hi. Oh, by the way, I think I can show that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh god, now we have an echo. Okay. Look at that. Ooh. Nearly all of them hydroculus found. That's actually kind of impressive for what I do. So, yeah. Anyways, didn't I have a scene? Hey Mount, how you doing? Didn't I have a scene that just shows the cam? Ah, there. Okay. Just gonna... Don't look at the messy background. I didn't do laundry a few minutes ago. I'm gonna do the push-ups real quick that are still left from last stream, and then we're gonna get to the quest.
Watching over us.
Real quick. Okay.
How did I do that?
Sorry to, I think it was Fading Spirit who redeemed that last time. Forgot about it. Back to the new overlay. Oop, now that is completely screwed up. There we go. Ah! Gotta do my dailies real quick. Oh, I'm so glad they changed the dailies thing. Because now I can just like explore and get my dailies done. Whew, okay.
There's still a lot of room for improvement with this machine.
Actually kind of weird that, that those 5 push-ups made me feel a bit hot for some reason. But, okay. I guess it's pretty warm inside even though it's snowing outside. Which is like crazy. There's so much snow. Yeah, I think I have most of my daily stuff done. Who redeemed that? Wait. Ah, hi Proxy. And thanks for the Yahoo. We're gonna just spend my last few pulls. I have like been grinding a bit over the last while. And I hope to get a few more Charlottes in before we like quit with this banner. Or the banner quits us, I guess. But it doesn't look too good. I got so many Betos. Even after that one stream, I got, I think, 2 more Betos. This is such a pain. Oh well. Maybe another Beto? Okay, Collie. I think I got a D6 Collie already though. But hey, that gives us another one. And I'm just like trying to get... I'm just spending everything on that banner if we're gonna wish in another year again. Like, seriously. Okay. We'll see. Maybe we'll get enough for another pull. Because I think my pity is actually quite high again. So maybe we even get another Furina. Or a guaranteed one for the next one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. Wait, what am I counting? Sorry. What was I doing? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 plus, or 59 plus 4, so no, 5. So we have 64. We're actually kind of getting to soft pity again. So maybe we'll get another one in. Okay, so, but we're not gonna linger around for too long. We're just gonna start with Toodle's quest. Is it the one? Nope, that's the Fishing Association one. Is it? No, it is. Why are we going? Oh no, that's not this one, right? Why is there time remaining? No, I didn't start it yet. I just bought it, but I didn't start it. Okay. Two yesterday? Okay. I'm really excited for this one. I need some more context on Furina.
Why do I have to write so many papers? Why?
So let's get right into it. By the way, does anyone know what's the maximum statue level that you can get right now is? Because I think I counted and I can't get it to level 9, which is weird. But then again, there might be regions that are gonna be added, so I don't know. Okay, we'll start with Catherine.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
Actually, she should be used to that, so the more lucrative, the better, you know us.
You know we're worth it. For quality work and speedy results, choose Paimon and the Traveler.
Still have a few regions to expand, I guess. Okay, so it's normal. So I didn't just mark some that I'm actually still missing. That's good, because I'm really scared of that.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see.
They really made a great hire when they hired us in Mondstadt. Imagine some other organization got us, like, I don't know, the Fatui or someone. Then they would have, like, not someone as special as us. It would be kind of bad for them.
Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding.
Were
So
we?
what's the situation?
I don't know.
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues and is currently unable to perform the role. But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
So they put up a commission for someone to do free acting for them. Interesting choice. Interesting.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
Yep.
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas?
Oh, do you propose that we are gonna do the acting? I don't think Lumine wants to do that. Or, well, I don't know if Lumine is a great actress. Paimon certainly isn't, but...
Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
Yeah, what I thought.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there.
Oh, and he didn't, like, consider joining the conversation. Okay, sure. What do I know?
Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
I really am concerned that we're gonna pull in Furina for some reason into this. After all, it's her quest, but does she really... She is good at acting, but do we really have to put her through another round of acting? I don't know if she's up to that right now.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
Actresses are definitely paid more expensive than a traveler. I don't know, is that true in this world? Probably, but... Yeah, you're probably right. Well, let's talk to him.
Paimon approves, let's go! Hello there, are you the guy looking for a new
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
No.
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Yeah, but like, can't you guys cover the budget for a new actress with the ticket fees? Like, shouldn't that generally be the way you guys operate?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees.
Okay. So you guys are indie developers.
If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe.
Oh, okay, this is sad.
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note.
Okay, so either he's really trying to manipulate us, or this is really sad.
Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Yeah, Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it.
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform.
Oh, please don't tell me we have to solve another, like, Elazar situation.
The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Probably more than enough, but aren't you supposed to be greedy, Paimon? What is with the change of mind?
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor, and I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Yeah, to be honest, it's actually fine. Mora isn't really a big problem.
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show.
I mean, kinda.
We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
Nilu! No, of course not. Do you guys really think that's a good idea? I feel like that's kind of like putting the trauma patient in a bad spot, but okay, fine. I guess we're all thinking the same thing.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now. She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Yeah, I mean, you've probably never heard of her, but like Furina?
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
Probably.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner.
I thought she was popular because she was the Archon. Oh, interesting.
She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
Well, you want to have the show go ahead or not?
Well, yes, but... Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too.
I'm sure you guys would make a bunch of sales. Or maybe not. I'm not sure how popular Furina is after all that whole debacle.
I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Well, we'll see about that. Yeah, I guess we can go and check. I don't know where she's living anymore, but we can go check in on her.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
Yep, I think so.
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Rare occasion to see Catherine outside of her box, and why do you have her address?
Woo! When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed.
Creep.
It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
Actually, just kind of realized Catherine has a very Monster T outfit, right? Or at least I always assumed it to be one. Which is kind of strange, considering that, well, she wears the same thing in all the other places.
I can't believe they're seriously asking Lady Furina. Seems a little over the top.
Try not to worry. May I pour you a glass of water?
Well, let's see what Furina's up to now. I think if I remember correctly, Novelette said that she is accounted for. So she probably has a room. I don't know, is that a hotel?
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Mermonia.
I've seen worse places in the city.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Oopsie. Oh, she sounds sad. Which, I guess...
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
She has this, like, subtle sadness. And just this really... I don't know. It's kind of painful to hear.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Don't you get sick of eating macaroni every day?
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Ouch. Well, is it because you have to do all your cooking on your own now? I mean, noodles or macaroni are quite easy to, like, prepare.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity!
Okay, that's more like Furina.
It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre faucilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
I have no idea what that is, but blubber sounds not edible.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Yay, that's a second Archon on the list. Let's go.
Not yet, maybe, but Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace. Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
To be honest, I don't know what the public knows, but whatever happened to her, like the actual thing that happened to her, is far from a fall from grace. Like, this was more of a heroic move that she did all of those years. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think the public knows about what exactly went down, so I don't know.
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad!
Yeah, Paimon was just showing some concern for your well-being.
Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you.
Are you sure?
Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
That's not the point. We actually came here to ask you for a question. We asked you for help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Yikes. Wait, was she able to use powers before? I mean, well, she probably didn't know how to do that, right? So at least it's not like she lost some abilities.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
Yep, if not you, then I don't think there's anyone else.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so
Oh, damn it.
specific?
I just realized that we didn't change the title. We should probably do that. Yep, indeed. Tenanayo. Who was that? Mon. Hey, welcome. Welcome to me renaming the stream title. So, okay. Changed it. Very bland title, but better than a wrong one. Okay. There we go. And we shall continue. Nope, never mind. Now we shall continue. You tell Furina about the troops' plans for its final performance.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense.
That would be really cruel.
After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities.
Well, does that mean you're in?
But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
Oh, why?
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage.
And I actually can relate. Yeah, I would probably do the same thing. This must be trauma-inducing.
Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me.
Yep. Understandable.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was.
Yep.
Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again.
I 100% agree with her opinion.
But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Well, if that's how you feel, then honestly,
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Paimon, not really.
Whether it's a one-off or not, It's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross.
And we should respect her boundaries.
If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place.
Yep.
So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships.
Yeah. Well,
Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
honestly, I'm not sure about the last part, but of course it's hard to maintain a relationship if you're constantly faking who you are. Wouldn't surprise me if she turns into the biggest introvert after having to pretend to be so extroverted all this time.
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
But you still shouldn't assume the worst of the people. Doesn't mean that they hate you just because you pretended.
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Ooh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it.
Yeah, okay.
Nope, not happening.
She has a point.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
Yeah. But her lashing out is exactly why I think we should just not pressure her into playing a role. Seriously, Paimon.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
I don't think so, but we should still try and come up with a plan B then.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right then, we'll see you around, Furina.
Toodaloo to you too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Alright, don't choke on your macaroni. And toodaloo to you too. Was that intentional that that rhymed?
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision.
Indeed.
Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
Well, I hope they didn't promise their other members too much already.
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When
Oh,
did I
gosh.
tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Catherine is just there, utterly emotionless. Well, good thing that she's a robot, but... Dude. Okay, this is gonna be painful.
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah?
She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Does she just believe that, or is she actually?
Excuse me,
Oh.
but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
What is Furina doing back there? Wasn't she just going to her house?
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
But when did Catherine step out the last time? I think I remember it happening once in Oh no, actually no, I don't think she did. She once got stabbed, right? But anyway, that was certainly outside of the box because that was not really Catherine, that was Catherine being controlled by someone else. But yeah, that I'm not sure if that counts actually. I thought she stepped out a few times in Mondstadt, but I don't think that's actually true. I don't think that's true, yeah. Well, then it's really out of character for her. Maybe that's why it feels so odd.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
Yeah, imagine if we actually managed to convince Furina to join. I really hope we didn't do that now that she's standing 5 meters away from us. Well, it would be really bad if she just found out that we don't really need her anymore.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
This is a stupidly bad situation for her as well.
Yes, I'm completely confident.
Okay.
I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day.
Hopefully not from the doctor, but okay.
I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Uh-oh. Someone got spotted. Paimon, wait here a second.
Sure.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
Are we just grabbing her by the arm? Are we okay? Lumine kind of cruel today? I don't know. Okay.
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things.
I'm not sure if Lumine would have touched her like that while she was still an Archon. Or at least while we thought she was an Archon. Hard thing. But, yeah, that was kind of out of character for her, no? Or maybe she just thought, yep, nope, I'm not dealing with that, I'm gonna drag her over here.
And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Well then, why didn't you just show yourself?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you?
Well, but just to the point.
I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me.
Yeah, that probably made it a lot worse than it would have been if you just came to us and straight up asked, but hey, you can't change the past, can you?
But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
Okay, sorry.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. And none of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart.
But wouldn't the easier solution be to look for someone who could take that job?
It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member.
That is such a strange thing to say. But I guess she's right.
But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
To be honest, neither does she have a budget, so I'm sure she will be fine even if you can only give her very little, if anything at all.
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high.
Just buy her quality macaroni. Or maybe some other food, like she seriously needs to eat other things.
The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
Well, a verdict can bring emotional catharsis, but
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
sorry, I don't know why, but that stupid perchance meme just always... Whenever I can't take it seriously when someone just says the word perchance for some reason. Anyways.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
No, that's not...
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Well, actually, I would love to join you. So I'll
Thank
do
you
it.
all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are.
I feel like she desperately needs a friend right now. I'm not sure if she has anyone. It's really concerning.
All right, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
I guess as an Archon you can't really make friends. So... yeah, how would she have friends? Rehearsal location, where would that be? Just in Renning building or in the sewers? Well, doesn't seem to be in the sewers. Oh, that looks cute.
Huh? Lady Furina?
I'm still kind of surprised how popular she still seems to be.
What's Lady Furina doing here?
But I guess old habits die hard. But this looks cool. I don't know why they have a bed here, but... like, this looks perfect.
Hello
I
all.
love this place.
Allow me to explain. As of today, Lady... Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant.
Okay.
These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
Is that gonna be a Little Mermaid just retold as an Oceanid?
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director.
All the citizens don't actually know what happened back there. I think they don't know what happened, like, in our inside memory experiencing phase, right? But they know that she kinda lied about being the Archon for 500 years. Which... I don't know if that would put you in too much of a good light.
One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Well, then finding an actress seems to be the least of your problems.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family.
So it's the Little Mermaid. Okay, got it.
She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script.
That's a bit problematic. For obvious reasons.
We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction.
Oh, that would be... Huh. That would be interesting.
But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Yeah. That would... I mean, I think that could make for a great show. But handling them properly could be a bit tough. Especially since the topic is still kind of fresh, so I don't know.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own.
True.
And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him.
Okay.
The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Oh, when is the final performance again? I think that could be a bit of a concern at this point.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
That's some proper optimism.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
Okay. I hope that wasn't like 7 days ago, because otherwise he might be, like, dead.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson.
And PTSD triggered. Something wrong, Furina?
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. Allons-y. Tout passant.
Oh, we're really gonna dig through all of her trauma sections again, huh? Does it really sound like croissant to you? Passant. There's an obvious P. I don't see the croissant. Or maybe I'm just spoiled from mechanics because Passant is also quite a common name in that. Alright. Passant seems a bit more lively again. Well, I guess it was always that rundown, wasn't it? But I'd say it has seen better days. This looks not that structurally sound. Oh well. Is there actually a way down here? I guess you can take... Oh god. Well, I'm gonna jump. And drop into the water.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show.
I mean, well, the crowd won't notice that it's missing until the end of the show, so... I mean, at least you can... I don't know, call for a break and then make a run for it? I know that's not really what they're going for, but it would work.
Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
Oh, they recognized us. Well, first of all, hi Navia. What's up? They recognized us, but not Furina? Okay, interesting. But nice to see you.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Marina must feel so guilty. I'm not does she know about Silver and Malus? But she knows that this place is kind of hers, and she saw that list with all the people that were lost.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll.
Get over here, you! How oblivious are you? How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet?
Well, she's free of sin, but not of guilt.
We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe.
Yep. Well, I mean, she's not the Hydro Archon, but I know what you mean.
To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina.
Damn good costume.
It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Also kinda strange.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Got it, Navia, and thank you.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
I was expecting something like that, yep. Let's just talk. I think that's what she needs. Oh, the stairs, though.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems, but that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here.
Yeah, no wonders.
Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
Yeah. They don't know the full truth, what do you expect of them? It's kinda understandable. And yeah, it looks like some people didn't quite buy Navia's lie.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
Yeah, maybe you've taken on a bit too much in one go. Honestly, okay if you want to leave.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
You can take small steps.
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
They're not staying quiet either, so...
Probably time we made a move.
yeah.
How about we check out Spina di Rosula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
These people need to be enlightened. I guess that's up to Novelette. And... I mean, I'm still not sure if that's gonna have any upcoming issues with Novelette having regained all of his power. I'd assume that Celestia would not be too fond of that. Oh, very sorry. But yeah, would certainly be good for Furina's sake if we could tell them the truth.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
I think Novella doesn't... I mean, they at least didn't tell that he is openly openly out there now telling that he's the Hydro... Well, what exactly is he? The Hydro Dragon, that the almighty being of the Hydro Nation. I don't think that he told that, but then again, he might have done that after the quest. I don't think he told that though. At least that would explain why those people are so mad, otherwise it doesn't really make sense.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
And once again, it's actually completely relatable.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind.
Well, even if he announced the whole truth doesn't change the fact that the people were losing their loved ones. But even though that hate can kind of make you blind, I think they would understand that this was not her fault. I mean, I'm not mad at her. I was mad at her like 3/4 into the Arkham quest. I wasn't mad at her at the end. I was mad at Volsador for proposing that stupid solution. Unfortunately, it is a solution, but it's still a stupid one. But yeah. I think she would have an easier life. That's for sure.
One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant.
Yeah.
They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
Even worse when you phrase it that way.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You're only doing your duty.
Yeah, you're not the one to blame here.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves.
Yeah, she managed to save most of the people. Or I guess she did. Yeah, she very much did. But the 1% that she couldn't, those are of course the ones that stick in your mind.
Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Not in the role of an Archon, yeah, but doesn't mean you're any less worth than you've been before. You can still be yourself. I mean, every other person also has a use. I don't like calling it a use, but of course there's something you can do.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
You should think of your freedom as a reward. A well-deserved reward.
Reward?
Yeah, now you can finally speak from your heart. You don't have to be be anguished and alone anymore. Just be yourself.
I guess so. And back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in.
Yeah. Even when we gave you the best chance, you wouldn't have taken it. For a good reason.
I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing a secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
Yeah, to be honest, Paimon is kind of... not really tactful today. But yeah. You feel better having gotten all this off your chest?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands.
You should talk to Venti. I think he would approve of your decision.
All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
You think so? Okay.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay. All right.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food.
Navia's way too kind.
Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
You're good at that.
We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
A Renamon?
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Oh, come on. It's not like you can just make a bigger costume. Okay.
Sorry.
Paimon, you are absolutely mean right now.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, as I said, we're kinda constantly feeling her trauma, but okay.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier about the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
What is with those terrible families in this game? Shouldn't the response to that be that you want to spend even more time with your kid? Or not just your kid, but like, doesn't matter what kind of role in the family, but what is wrong with those families in this game?
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
Better than your family.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage.
Okay.
The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Don't tell me you didn't recognize her while leaving that door.
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Not really how it works, but Tevat got its own rules, so I'll let that one slide.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Yeah, it's more or less a direct parallel to the Arkham quest.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible.
Oh, so you want her to just fail?
What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
That's a bit dark, no?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless.
Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't make for a great story. I hate to say that, but yeah.
On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Yeah. Vacher really doesn't make himself any greater if we learn about what he did. That one death that he caused was already one too many. I hope this is the last one we have to delve into, because they're all sad. They kind of brought it onto the point. They're all cruel and meaningless. Meaningless deaths.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
Oh god, that doesn't make it any better.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel.
Well,
I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troop, and I'd always be there for her.
he literally got bro-zoned. But I kinda get it.
I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troop no longer required her constant attention. Well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Vilmont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Vilmont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y!
She really likes saying that. And Toodles. Or Toodaloo. Alright. Next stop on the trauma train. Some random place behind the Court of Fontaine. Alright. What is he doing over here? Is there even like...
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Seriously, she seems like in a way better shape than you do. What are we doing out here in the nothingness?
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
Why would they?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into Indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Yeah, they certainly don't know the truth then.
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
I don't know how to pronounce that. C'est la vie? I don't know. Doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you know any self-defense, Furina?
Hey, lay off, all right? My bluff is hanging from a thread here. I'm sorry. I got carried away. Please help us out, would you?
No, who can say no to this?
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Are the slimes just waiting for us to decide on who's gonna fight, or Or are they even an issue in the first place?
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Well then, let me use Furina in the fight. Well, she's actually completely useless. Never mind.
By royal decree.
My team is like 50% Hydro. This is not effective.
Cold, mine's a command.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
My guiding star.
Let the world come alive.
Torrents, bring refuge.
Aw, not more. Hydro Slimes are my biggest enemies.
The night is cold. Don't be scared.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Yoo-hoo! Rest and rebuild.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Oh, come on, did it dodge that?
My guiding stars.
Well, this is gonna take a minute.
By royal decree.
Hold the line.
Let my name echo in song.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, no, this was rather embarrassing.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
We should clear the chest real quick. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that I don't have my Pyro Lila equipped right now. Otherwise, this would be a lot easier. Is that what you're supposed to
Cry
do?
out
Yeah.
my illustrious name.
Yeah, I should probably switch the Shogun in again, then I would have some more diversity in my attacks, but yeah. I also probably need to change my Lila build, because her sword is kind of useless with Furina in the team. So probably have to find a different solution for that. Don't... Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, fine. Small intermission here. So how's the weather over wherever you are staying? I hope it's warmer than it is here. Oh, it's so many free Primogems.
Glad I saw
I
this.
take those.
I almost didn't even notice it. Rest and rebuild.
Oh no. Oh no. This is even worse.
Stars, shine for
Oz, reveal thyself.
I am absolutely screwed.
allow me.
I think I'm actually gonna have my best chances with
The
Kokomi.
show begins. Time to shine.
She might not deal damage, but her physical blasts do.
Rest and rebuild. Don't be scared.
By royal decree.
The night is cold.
Alright. We can't go on now. Sorry, those rewards were just too juicy. There, that's another pull. We just deserve that. Unlucky. Okay, we're getting into soft pity territory. Come on.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh?
This is where he
it's you
lives.
guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Dolphy explains.
So,
Okay, sorry.
You think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
Oh, that would be bad.
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vilma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Oh. Oh, that... that wouldn't be so bad if it were only a drug, but... in that case, it's a bit more than that.
Isn't that the drink paddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Yeah, and that kind of makes... that makes it a bit cruel. Wait, did he know that at that time when he got that already? Wait, what was his decision afterwards? I need to know more details. Yeah, it induces some state of euphoria, right? But also harms the body.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well.
Yeah, understandable.
But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
I don't think they can sue you guys for not selling drugs. I don't think that's how it works.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point.
So she was not just a random victim. Oh man.
I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
You brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers. Mistake gave them a motive to kidnap and murder her. Don't say that, Lamine. That's obviously already feels guilty. Telling that to his face doesn't really make it better.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
He has a point. Why didn't he, like, try to protect her if he knew what was going on?
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life so I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight! Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I wouldn't blame them for that. Kind of a tough situation.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
Well, I Well, as I said, I kind of get it, but yeah, it's not really helping them in achieving their goal.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
That's the spirit.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate. How?
What do you mean?
How?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth
Oh,
base and
yeah.
recovered items belonging to the victims.
I don't remember that name, but it might have come up.
If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
It could be.
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Don't promise some good news just yet, but that's actually a good idea. Did we actually read, we read all of the books in the synth base? But I don't remember that name. But I also am horrible at remembering names. Damn it. Okay.
Yep. Ooh, what a pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy.
I wonder if Novelette is there. That would... I assume they probably talked. But I wonder how their relationship is.
Ah.
Oh, Sadine. Us again.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
Sadine is the best. Sadine sends staff member to retrieve a box of Aurelia's from her...
This is all
Box?
O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary.
Oh god.
Let's see.
This is a horrible start.
Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vachey's guilt.
Why didn't we? Why?
Vachey took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I mean, we kind of got it out of him in the end, but why exactly didn't we use that evidence then if we had access to it?
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Oh no. Someone else was taken. That makes 6, or perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was it yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use or how much longer I can do this for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry, I can't write no more. I think I have a fever. My stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I'm more fortunate than crazy? The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes as long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It is so damp here. I've given her my oh god, I can't read. I'm so sorry. I've given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop, safe, item important, please, farewell, apologize, life, form, future, regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. If anyone sees that, I hope the troop is safe. They are... I don't know what that would mean. I guess it's just her saying goodbye. I don't know what the last bit would mean then. From this page onward, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of the newspaper oh god, why can't I read? Sorry. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings. Others are handwritten with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this wasn't the personal notebook of the artistic director O'Reilly. Who else would it be? I mean, this is just her reporting. But who would have been writing that then?
She was so terrified.
She watched the girl get dissolved right in front of her. And had to wait for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebooks, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines. Aurelie has written in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them. That is more or less what they said before, no?
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this still what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come.
Oh, so she just reflected that. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, yikes.
I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well.
I mean, we can bring... I'm not sure if we can bring the evidence, but... I'm also not sure if they should really read that. That's kind of painful.
She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
I don't know. Should they? Maybe skip all the cruel details, because that might be a bit much. Kind of was hoping we won't ever get reminded of the serial disappearances case again. Because that was, yeah, probably one of the cruelest cases we had. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
Yeah, it would have been really, really cool if we would have used that information in the case. But, okay, I mean, it's still kind of heroic, but that would have been like the cherry on top.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing.
I hope we really get to see this one. I hope they don't just skip it with a black box white text.
If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her.
That's kind of sweet.
Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
And you think you can just procure that?
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
I mean, go big or go home, huh? If she can get you that place, go for it.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Is that a yes?
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on, we'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just where to find him.
Let's meet the almighty Hydro Archon replacement. Or substitute? Probably more of a substitute. Well, no, that also sounds like he's less, he's more. But fine. Oh, really? Do we need to get back up there? Knowing Novelette, I don't think it's gonna be a problem to get that stage.
Hey, look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
Why do you know that he's...
Guessing?
Okay, is that a common place for him to be?
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
You share the story of the little oceanid with Novelette along
I
with the backstory.
understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
Yeah, that should gain quite the audience, considering that it's kind of a recent topic.
I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes, and this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them, so I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are.
And it's good that she finally has something again that she enjoys. Such a like... Before it was always her talking down to him, and now it kind of turned around. Makes sense. It's sweet to see as well.
In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom. But I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role.
Yeah, kinda.
It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
And he's not wrong, though I'm still kinda against subjecting her to that trauma if she's not ready for it yet.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalect.
You are very welcome.
Thanks for that. We owe you big time.
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Furina's performances, myself included. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
I'm sure she will learn to understand that at some point. But give her time. It just needs time. Was the music here always so joyful? It feels a bit more upbeat than it was before, but that might just be me. Okay, guys, big surprise. We got a
Good news,
special
everyone.
room.
It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked.
I hope you're happy, and I hope you guys are a bit nervous.
Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast.
I hope she'll stay as a director, not for them, because obviously they want to end it after that. But she kind of makes it, it fits. She's very motivational.
Now,
And she
let's
keeps the
work
crew together.
and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Kind of sounded as if she's throwing some sort of shade, but fair enough.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
I want... You can't call her drama queen over enduring 500 years of trauma. Well, I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Oh, perfect. What is he so grumpy about? Aww. And they're shouting at each other? Wait, is that in character? That's probably in character.
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Kinda strange that they don't put up different music. Is that running 24/7 in here? I'm sorry.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Oh, don't tell me she's not feeling.
Why?
Oh no.
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Furina?
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Oh.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Sing the finale.
For a second I thought she was proposing that he should do it. That would have been really, really cringe, but okay. Yeah, okay, that is more like it. Okay.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
I guess it was inevitable from the very beginning.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Just like you never stopped believing.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Are you not gonna change costume? Okay.
Is she here yet?
Let's get here!
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies.
Oh, that's
Et la
good.
cité, elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis seule et toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
That was not part of the show, no? Oh, that was beautiful. I really love it when they bring... It happens so rarely that they bring vocals. Why are we on stage? But
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
whenever they bring vocals into Genshin soundtracks, it's so beautiful. And yeah, I mean, so far, I only remember two situations. The one was the Lantern Ride. That was in Chinese, and this one is in French. I hope they keep it with the native languages, because I think that's amazing.
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
That's not the point.
I don't know, maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me.
I don't think they would mind.
It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice.
I know that's probably not the voice actress, but who was the one that sang the lyrics? I mean, no front if that voice actress is not able to do that kind of singing, but that was insane, and I kind of doubt that it's the voice actress though. Though I wouldn't put it past her.
Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
That's what matters. As long as it's not too traumatic, then you found your calling.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Well...
Oh, so it was Furina after all. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
Oh, I love how she was flailing around like a little kid.
Calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged.
She's best known as for playing the role for Juliet in the French musical Romeo and Juliet. Oh, okay, didn't know that. But yeah, impressive vocals. But yeah, when Genshin brings out the vocals, they go all out. Actually, now that I think about it, we had 2 times that I remember them singing clear vocals, which was Lantern Rite and this, and we had Scara Fight. And even though I would say that's not quite the same, even there the vocals slapped. So whenever the vocals come out in Genshin, it's party time.
After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, well, at most you might be asked for to sign a few autographs later.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
That's not quite how it works. Also, are we gonna address the fact that you just been given a vision? By whom?
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Because it's not a prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how
Oh
she's
yeah,
doing.
true. We should probably check on her. Also, so that pretty much confirms that Celestia is not giving out the visions, and neither are the Archons, because we don't have an Archon, and Celestia for sure is not giving Furina one. So yeah. Questions. Novedette gave it to her? I guess in theory he could. I suppose he has the same power that an Archon would have, so maybe it could still be the Archons in the other countries. Oh yeah, true. No, it makes sense, it could be him. It would also be kinda in line with his character. I guess in some sense that's him giving a part of the power that she has given to him, like a very tiny fraction back.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went.
It went great.
If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Can we talk to the audience? Is Novedette here?
I thought Cleo's actress sang very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it was scripted.
Yeah, that was planned. But yeah, it was kind of strange that they didn't change the costume for her, right?
Did anyone see where Miss Furina went? Oh, I want to get her autograph, but I can't find her anywhere.
We give Furina's autograph, so if you want an autograph, just ask us. For Theory Crafter, we kind of assume Celestia or the higher principles is really in sleep mode while doing so. They make a system of distribution visions automatically. Okay, yeah, that would also work.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't seem to be too active up there, but I think I'd say in a year or two we're gonna be up there.
I wasn't
Now we're gonna
expecting
find
such an
out.
incredible performance from an amateur troupe. They didn't seem out of place on the big stage at all.
Yeah, their technique could use some polish, but the performance in general felt very believable. Hit all the right emotional notes. I think
You
it'll stay
guys
with me for a while.
seem kind of out of place though. Why are you wearing a captain's outfit and a steampunk outfit? Never mind. You guys do you. Yeah, I think those are like some... Oh, wait, we can talk to those. Those vision questions and what exactly Celestia's job is. And what the Archons do and don't do. I think... I'm not sure Venti had something about... Venti said something about that once, but I don't remember what exactly. But that's something that we're certainly gonna get answered at some point.
What a surprise! Seeing Miss Furina on the stage? This ticket was money well spent.
Yeah, I agree. Say what you want about her, but she's flawless when she's on stage.
Why do you remember that voice?
What a surprise!
Yeah, I agree. Say what you want about her, but she's flawless when she's on stage.
I feel like I know that voice. Okay, let's see if Dolphy is well. Oop. Wait, where is she? Oh, outside. Oh, never mind. But it's kind of weird for them to distribute, like, what would their reason be to distribute visions in the first place? From what we know, they seem kind of like as if they are a bit on a high horse. And it seems weird of them to give out power to others, while they are so keen on enforcing their rules. Or maybe they just believe that some people are supreme, what do I know? Nope. Okay. Wait, are they in the city? Oh, they could have told me. Okay. Ah, yeah, but we'll be up there when... Well, I can't find it right now out of that angle, but... Oh, there it is. I'm sure we'll be up there quite soon. It's kind of hard to believe, but... There's Natlan, and then there's Snezhnaya, and Snezhnaya is ultimately gonna be very linked to Celestia already. Because, I mean, they're not gonna steal the vision, the gnosis of the Tsarita, so I think Snezhnaya is gonna be very quickly based on, or related to what happens up there. It's generally kind of strange to think about the fact that we are pretty far through the game, at least through the main line that we are gonna expect. There's still gonna be the Khaenri'ah arc. With the 7 nations, we've seen 5. Yeah, either that or there's something weird going on.
Ah, you're back.
She looks fine, that's good.
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
Is that the reason why you guys have a bed in your practice area?
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
Thumbs up from me.
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Kinda sad that they're dissolving. Or disbanding, not dissolving. Dissolving is a very bad term in this country.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
Yeah, your friendly banter kind of reminds me of the two engineers in the Maripede. Or the Fortress of Maripede. Just kind of getting the same vibes here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly the same vibes now that I think about it.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Exactly the same vibe.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanate to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
He doesn't seem too keen on it, huh?
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
That's a goodbye for now.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well.
Yeah, because you don't want to play or perform without her, huh?
What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me.
Yeah, please
I'm
don't
sure
do
a
that.
slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
Well,
It's
maybe
quite
it's good.
alright. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
I mean, there's also a big difference between acting and pretending to be someone else, right? I can see why acting could trigger the feeling of that, which is why I'm so concerned that it could cause a trauma, but overall, kind of a different thing. So as long as she's comfortable with it, she should go for it. Yeah, that sums it up. Just do whatever feels right to you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time, I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal.
I'm glad
if a
for her.
vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
I'm really glad for her. She deserved that.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power.
True. That's kind of messed up.
And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands.
You know, Postal Law could have just granted you some power. Like, oh god, Roxy, you need to stop this. But thank you. Yeah, she could have given you like some amount of power. Like that would have been a pretty good decision. But yeah, I mean, now that you're not the Ark anymore, you got the power.
Is that how humans feel about it as well?
Irony, huh? Ah, you're way too kind with your gifted subs all the time, Proxy. You really need to stop this. Make me feel guilty whenever I see the number approaching 100. I feel kind of guilty.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Is there a way to find the person that ran off?
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to.
Oh, Charlotte.
Thanks to all your help, this show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
Don't thank me. Thank the others and Furina over there. As in most of Fontaine, besides the court scenes, didn't do much. We really didn't do a whole lot, like, seriously. Most of the time, we're kind of out of options, out of power. Fontaine kind of fixed itself. To be honest, Fontaine would have probably been fine without us. I suppose. I mean, we didn't change the prophecy. It all went according to a plan set in motion 500 years ago.
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
Well then, I'll leave you to it. Furina, I'll see you on the stage, in the opera. And don't stop singing, you have a beautiful voice. Wonder if the other guy is outside, but I doubt it. Yeah, no. Unfortunate. But it was a good quest. Very much necessary for her character to work. Because, like, she's still kind of joyous as a character, and it would have felt weird if we all of a sudden had this introverted, secluded, sad Furina, or not Furina, sorry, Furina. So it's really, that was more or less necessary that we get this build up for her. And the performance at the end, perfect. Like, this was kinda, I suppose, more or less what people were missing with the Raiden Shogun after the Archon quest, that we didn't really get an instant flash of character build-up. And for her it was more than necessary. I can certainly see why they put that in. Music cutscene is top-notch. Yeah, no question about that. They never fail. They never fail with that. So, do we have another wish? No, we don't. Okay, sad. Should we just grind 50 Primogems so we can get another wish going? One wish for Furina. Do I have anything that could help? Key or something? Nope. I guess we could try that, but I don't think that gives me anything more. So let's just gather some. Thing is, I did a lot of exploring over the last few days. I guess here is a bunch of unexplored area. You know what, let's just... I know desert is kind of not the region that I'm exploring a lot, but at least there we have a lot of unclaimed chests. But I gotta say, Fontaine overall, probably my favorite area to explore. Love it.
Wild and desolate sight. Allow me to grant you the blessing of water.
Thank you, Furina. Very much appreciated. But I hope we get more of those music cutscenes. I know Honkai does a lot more of that, but it's more like general in their music. And I love it whenever it happens in Genshin. Maybe I love it because it happens so rarely.
Hold the line. Oz revealed. Let my name echo in song. Torrent, bring refuge.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Allow me. Stars, shine.
Let me turn it down a bit. Ooh, even more. Oh god, can you guys stop? I just wanted that one chest.
Time to shine. How dare you?
Stop.
Rest and rebuild. Billowing surge. Let's move out.
Furina Kokumi combi is nice.
Provisions are vital.
So I should probably get Fosodor in the team again. Okay, let's see. Just need to find a few chests. And I guess we can also... Nah, well, I don't have time for that. Who is that? That Supreme... I'm still not sure what should I call Novelette. I'm a bit confused all the time. That is not Novelette. That is Faruzan. Hello. I'm just gonna drag you around. Oh, Faruzan is also such a underappreciated character. Wait, is she? Oh, I thought she was a catalyst. Never mind.
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in. Stop that!
Covenant of the Deep. Have fun with this gift. We'll see about that.
You asked for it.
And you're getting it. Oh wow, that was just a common chest. Okay.
So this is the thrill of
I
adventure.
wish there was an easy way of grinding chests, but well, or grinding primals real quick. To be honest, we're just gonna get a 3-star weapon anyways. But still, wanna give it one last shot. What are you aiming at? Ooh. Clever.
We should make the most of these supplies.
Okay, we need 41 more. May the grind begin. There's a teleporter, that's 5. There's a common chest. That's 2. God, Faruzan's arrows look so cool. Wait, isn't that the guy from the World Quest?
Let the world come alive! Too late for regrets.
I see nothing whenever Furina and Kokomi are both on stage. I see nothing. It's just too many effects.
The golden slumber.
Unlocko's chest, please. Why didn't that trigger the chest? Oh, there's another one? Oh. Okay. Are there more? Oh, okay.
Rest and revamp. Strike a pose. Time to shine. Billowing surge.
Okay, that's maybe a bit overkill.
Let's move out. Hi. Let's move out. Dare to match me. Let my name echo in song. Torrent, bring refuge. A brash maneuver.
Perfect. Well, oh wait, no, it's not even an exquisite chest.
We should make the most of these supplies.
Okay, Dendro character. I hate those podiums. Seriously. Woo. Okay, cool. Where's the other ones? I don't know. And where's the teleporter? Is it up there? Oh, it's underground. Oh, never mind. Okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, let's just try and get some. For you to get the flying pet, you need to break the stone. All of them or one of them? Yeah, this world quest I really need to do. Oh, perfect. I'll leave the job to you.
This may hurt a little. Yeah. We'll see about that.
Good job! Ah, I did so
wonder
well.
who this gift could be from.
Yeah. Time to shine. Too late for regrets. What?
Find anything you like?
Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm always confused when the fanfare suddenly pops up outside of combat, but okay. Oh, man. Yeah, those world quests, I think I'm gonna maybe do them off stream someday. It's just too much. I wish I could just do them on stream, but like they're 5 to 6 hours each, if not more. Unfortunately, I don't have the time for that.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourself at home.
Let my name echo in song! Ha!
Too late for regret. Roll.
Nifty.
Curiosity deserves a reward.
It would be really cool if that would... Oh wait, can we? Can we fight those? Probably not.
The weather is lovely and warm.
Okay, yeah, I probably can't do that.
Things are about
Yeah.
to start getting lively again.
Strike a pose!
I'll just follow you. You apparently know where all the chests are. Not gonna lie, bit concerning, but fine. And he's already brawling.
Committed to memory, the Temple of Wisdom. We'll see about that.
Wait, he's still alive? Okay.
Dare to mess with me. I see everything.
What happened? Okay. Okay, fine. I'm not even questioning it. All good.
You asked for it. Just wait for another. Make yourself at home. Yeah.
Shower me with praise! Look alive!
Roll. Yeah. We'll see about that.
Oh, I love the burn damage. Good. Ooh, precious chest.
Find anything you like?
Okay, we need 14 more. And I already lost you. Oh, there you are. Ooh. Oh, okay, you changed characters. I was wondering why it lagged for a second. Why are you bouncing to? Well, down there are some, but I'm not sure if we can get those. Or else, like, probably all of the desert is more or less unexplored. Like, I even have a part of the map not even unlocked yet. Oh, where did you go? Oh, there's a Dendroculus. Or something like that. You're here. Okay. I remember walking through that area while we're just trying to
The weather is lovely and warm.
get to Fontaine.
Things are about to start getting lively again.
But can you collect those as well? Oh, nice. I didn't know that was allowed. Nice, I did so well again.
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
Yeah, I hate those things because you always need an archer with your team. why I hate both those things and the elemental ones. Alright.
Ooh, what a pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy.
Nice snipe, but you didn't have any what did it called? Dendrogramma or something? There's a Dendroculus. I should probably get them, but then again, I'm not gonna mark them on the map right now, so what was that sound? Was it a chest sound?
Committed to memory.
I don't know half of the objects. What just happened?
Find anything you like?
What happened? Why did that chest just pop up? Okay, I understand, like, nothing in this region. Wait, really? That's kind of dumb. So you can't even 100% this without having 2 players. That's kind of dumb. Oh, perfect. We got 160. Potentially, well, probably not the last pull, but one of the very last pulls. I'm gonna get to my little Furina pull banner. Let's hope we get another Charlotte. How are the chances looking? We got a collar, so probably just gonna be a 4-star weapon, but who knows? 3-star, sorry. Yeah. How underwhelming. Ooh, donuts.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
True. Yeah, we can get the other ones if you want to, because I don't even know where they are. I didn't even know that they existed, to be honest. Wait, there are some of those in Fontaine. Oh, I thought that was just exclusive to that area. Don't tell me they are all across Taivat. Wait, oh, well. Okay. Could have taken the closer teleporter. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay. Wait, am I not falling when I do this? No. Okay, that's weird. So I can just stay in air. Fun. So you cannot oh my god. Well, I would have appreciated if those chests are at least not necessary for the 100%. But oh well. Okay. Are they always in places with like a heart shape? I didn't know that. Oh, wrong one. that's kind of cool.
Boring. Isn't there anything else
Wait, search for-
more
oh, okay.
interesting to do?
Is that what the Heart Island is also for? I know there's a few heart ponds, and I think there was a pond and an island. Or maybe just one of them. Okay, at least it's recognizable if it's always in a heart shape. I don't think I got any of the multiplayer chests, at least not while noticing it. I rarely play a two-player.
Show.
Time to shine.
Grow, grow, grow.
Strike a pose.
I freaking love this ability. So I love that about Kokomi, and I freaking love it about Furina. Next up, I need a better version of Scaramouche that can just permanently fly. Else I wouldn't be too surprised, but then again, we already have a Hydro, no, not Hydro, Animal Archon. So the chances of us getting another one with flying abilities, I guess, is rather unlikely. Oh, yep, just realized I should activate that ability before.
The show begins.
Why is my Nahida getting healed permanently? Oh no!
How brilliant!
Are you gonna make it? No! Okay.
May I present?
So, how's the water?
Shower me with praise.
I hope you're enjoying it.
Yoo-hoo!
Uh-oh, he stopped. There's also a decent chance that I maybe have gotten this one already. I think someone maybe have shown me this one, but I'm not sure if I realized that it's a two-player thing. Oh no.
Shower me with praise.
I don't know if I have, but I might. I certainly didn't realize that it's a two-player chest at this point. Can I push you? Wait, I can push you. I think.
Strike a pose!
I don't think I have a waypoint. Wait, let me look. I don't. I think they were supposed to be here if I had one. Nah, it looks like I don't. You have 3? Wait. Oh, no. Oop. Wait. I'll place one. Oh, yeah. Okay. There you go. Welcome back on land. I think I probably have this one. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, perfect. All that swimming was unnecessary. Nice. I think someone on stream showed me that before. Okay, perfect. And thank you for your support. I got 5 Primogems. I guess we won't get a C2 Furina. Oop, here you go. I guess it's not really necessary anyways, but would have been fun. Or at least get a 50-50 so the next one is guaranteed. But alright. I would have preferred to get that sword. Stupid sword. Just for the aesthetics. But to be honest, that Favonia's sword also kind of fits her. Like, it's the same gold that her bracelets? Bracers? Oh, what are they called? I think bracers? So it's the same kind of gold, silver, anodized, whatever. So it kind of fits. But would have loved to have a good sword because my favorite character, sword character. My second favorite character, sword character. Furina, sword character. So it would have been kinda nice to have a good sword.
Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Oh well. Yeah, I think my Furina has enough. Like, I don't even... I try to get artifacts. But so far, no luck with the set that I want. And her energy recharge is already decent. Like, we're already at 180, so... I'm a bow enthusiast. I wish I were, because... for some reason... the game only gave me bows. Okay, no, now I also have a claymore, which is great, because... since I now have a C6 Beidou... I just gave her the... the Wolf's Greystone. Kinda fits her.
Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
But yeah, Fischl is kinda the only bow character that I've ever used, besides Amber in the very beginning. And though I like her, it just doesn't fit the way I fight in Genshin. But it makes nice trails. Someone is getting a 4-star somewhere now. Pretty. But yeah, I think that's also what we're gonna call it today. I love the quest. Quest was good. Now we're done with all the major update content. I'm not sure if I should be happy about that or sad. Because it's kind of sad that we don't have... we're kind of done with Fontaine. Like, no, done. I suppose the next few updates are also very often gonna send us there. But we're more or less done with the main act. And it was good. I think the Sumeru main act is still one of my favorites. But the Fontaine one is probably second place. Really enjoyed that one. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all the characters again. I hope we do see Furina every once in a while, because she's a great character. But same goes for the other Archons. We see them way... Well, we see them way more often than the others, but still. I wish we could just see every character, like, 20 times a quest, but... Well, with... How many 5-star characters do we have at this point? I'm not even asking for the 4-star characters, but... Like... It's just way too many. No chance that we see them all the time. Current event, will we play it on stream too? I think we'll play that next week. Yeah. I specifically didn't try to do it this time. Because it's a short, very calmly story, but I think there's some dark twists in the end. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm up to that. I like dark twists. That's kind of what Genshin does all the time. Or, well, Genshin kind of does dark, straight up dark in the very beginning already. Doesn't even need to do the twist. Yeah, I really love this quest. Love it when I bring out the singing. No questions asked. I'm probably gonna release that video of that in like 5 weeks, because I'm still not done with going through that 7-hour Archon quest. And I'm so concerned that my PC is gonna die while doing it. So we'll see if that ever comes out. The VODs for all of that probably also gonna take a while. It's so horrible. Like, I need to take all of those videos and re-render them, because otherwise I can't upload them on YouTube, which kind of sucks. But well, I guess that's just how it goes. As long as I get them uploaded before they disappear from Twitch, it's all fine. But yeah, I think that's what we call it. And we'll see each other, hopefully, on Sunday. I mean, you can always watch the VODs on Twitch. Yeah, no, you shouldn't get ads, I think. You can always watch them on Twitch, but they get deleted after, I think, 28 days. So that's why I upload them on the YouTube VODs channel. And then we also have the other channel where I try to trim them down a bit, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Most of the time doesn't. I'm pretty sure that quest is still gonna be 6+ hours. So yeah, that's very fun to edit, because I'm not one to just skip over everything. Sometimes even editing out 1 second of silence for no apparent reason really doesn't change it, but I don't know. Well, stupid. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Proxy, for the 2 gifted subs. And we'll see each other in 6 days, because I'm not planning on doing it again on Sunday next week, because I think on Sunday I'm actually busy. But yeah, we're gonna be here on Saturday. Yeah. Is that the right one? Yeah. So yeah, thank you all. Universe and founded Paradise.
For I created another universe and founded Paradise. For I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrten.
Okay, why did that loop? Anyways, see you around. Bye bye. Have a great end of your weekend. Don't waste your time and have fun. Bye bye.